Welcome back to We Bombastic Few, Season 3, Episode 7. Man, we are on a roll. How many episodes have we gotten in a row now?
Like
a
three,
lot.
Maybe.
Much more than our past record, whatever that was. You missed us. It's okay. And with me, I've got the other two folks.
Me.
Who are the
Daniel.
other two folks?
I'm here. Hello.
And I am Lindsay.
All right. TikTok. You know it. You love it. Or you hate
Great
it.
song.
But we're on it now. Katy Perry not included. So our handle, is it a handle? Whatever. We're very good at it. But it's it should just be We Bombastic Few, no spaces or underscores.
Correct.
And currently we have 2 videos that are just small little clips from the podcast with some animation in the loosest sense of the term.
Graphics.
Pictures pasted over the logo.
Yeah, but it's very funny, very humorous. I'd recommend checking it out. And so yeah, we're moving up in the world. And if you're checking out this podcast because of TikTok, welcome. We don't discriminate.
Welcome. And shout out to our media manager, Kristen, because she's put in a lot of work.
Thank you, Kristen. Actually, this is super helpful. And to listeners out there, next time you're trying to share the podcast with people, as you do, and you want to show them funny clips, now because of TikTok, you have an easy way to find short, funny clips instead of trying to skim for some.
Mm-hmm. And I think we're posting to Instagram and other places? ? I don't know.
We have Instagram and other places accounts.
Yes, that is on the radar.
Okay, so it might be there too, if you don't have a TikTok. But if you do,
if you don't have a TikTok, as Brent said, I believe those usernames are also just We Bombastic Few, no spaces.
I believe so. Because we
as
are
you can
great
tell,
at this.
we know a lot about our podcast.
Yeah, we're very well informed about our socials. I'm like 99% sure about Instagram being the username there, and then
okay, I have a defense though, because like I don't have any socials.
You could literally just download them and log into the podcast account. It doesn't matter. Hold on. There was something I was like, I have to bring this up, and I forgot already. Oh, Brent, who wrote the song TikTok?
Katy Perry?
No.
Isn't that like TikTok on the clock?
Yeah.
The party don't stop.
That's
her, right?
No, that's Keisha.
Ow. I mean, they're the same person.
Well,
probably.
Because you said Katy Perry not included, I was like, wait a minute, something's wrong here.
Well, yeah, because she's not included.
This comment doesn't make sense. Yeah, Katy Perry definitely not included.
It was a deep reference. You had to be there. Anyway,
like
so something I was thinking of.
Go ahead.
Wow, you're just gonna kill my transition? No, fine.
Okay, sure. I'll go.
What do you want to talk about?
No, because it was a perfect transition into my story as well, which might have ruined your transition. I don't know. Anyways, it reminded me of this time in high school when we were getting smoothies or something. Someone asked me if I wanted my smoothie to be diabetic free instead of sugar free. And I was like, yes, I would like my smoothie diabetic free, please.
Make that 2.
Make that 2.
Right. I just listened back to the cannibal episode. That's a pretty funny episode. If you haven't listened, Hanaphil lactates. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Anyway, the Lincoln Kennedy assassinations, right? I was talking with someone the other day about all the coincidences similarities between the two. I'm just gonna throw out a couple to you guys and get your reactions here, because it's kind of crazy how many things align. So
I've heard this
Abraham Lincoln and John F. Kennedy were first elected to Congress in 46, became president in 60. Man, I skipped 2 on my list. Oh, no, that's just a weird looking thing. Anyway, John Wilkes Booth shot Lincoln in a theater and ran to a warehouse. Lee Harvey Oswald shot Kennedy from a warehouse and ran to a theater. Both Lincoln and Kennedy were succeeded by their vice presidents. When Kennedy was shot, The car he was riding in was a Lincoln. Lincoln's last name was Lincoln. Both men, except Kennedy, were born in log cabins. And Abraham Lincoln has 14 letters. John Fitzgerald Kennedy has 21 letters. Assassinate has 11 letters. And the cream of the crop. Lincoln's wife's maiden name was Todd, which, ignoring one of the D's, read backwards as Dot, one of the two symbols used in Morse code created by Samuel Morse, who invented the telegraph in 1844. Kennedy's wife, Jackie, married Aristotle Onassis from Greece, which had a civil war in 1944, exactly 100 years later.
Wow.
Oh, yes, that was the cream of the crop.
Yeah, wow. The one about Samuel Morse really blew my mind.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys missed a thing or two.
I caught on to all of it except for your cream of the crop thing, and then you kind of lost me most of the way through.
Yeah, I did zone out after you said Samuel Morse. I'll be honest.
I didn't zone out. I just couldn't keep up. It felt like.
Well, because you started off with like the actual coincidences, and then you like trailed off into like, you know, the real crazy stuff, right? And then at some point, my mind just wandered. I don't even know what I was thinking about.
I did see like
good to know that our hosts can't even pay attention to the podcast. So
what are we talking about? I didn't say I couldn't keep up with. I didn't say I wasn't paying attention. I said I couldn't keep up.
50% of our hosts.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Ah, yes.
All right, today's segments we got a superhero debate, a hypothetical, because what is a podcast without a hypothetical, and a Black Friday trivia quiz. But first, we've got the bombastic word borborygum, a rumbling or gurgling noise produced by wind in the bowels. So basically, it's like, I think it's supposed to be onomatopoeia for your, or not onomatopoeia, but the noise for when your stomach growls.
It's like
I wouldn't be surprised if it was attempt at onomatopoeia. I think there's potential for it.
Borborygum. I don't think that sounds like the stomach rumblies.
I think it's close.
It's a noun.
I
don't know what your stomach sounds like. Mine. I don't know. Onomatopoeias are really hard to make.
I don't know why. Yeah. It makes me think of thinking of that as being an onomatopoeia. It makes me think of there's this old video game called Tac. I think it's Tac 2 in the Staff of Dreams. I had it on my GameCube. I had it on the GameCube. And there's this scene where there's a really big guy, and he acts like his stomach is a person. He like drew a face on it, and then you have to feed candy to his stomach. It's a really weird game. Very not good, but I liked it a lot as a kid.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
I think we get like a vague or just a random video game childhood reference from you every episode.
Is that a fact? What did I say last episode?
I don't recall many others, but sure.
No, we've totally done it.
I don't, like, I'm sure I've given other video game references from my childhood, but I can't think of like any other instance.
I
vote now on your phones.
I listened back to like 4 episodes in the past 2 days looking for clips.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And listening back to our own podcast, sometimes I think to myself, man, we deserve to have a podcast. This is pretty funny. And then other times it's like, why does anyone listen to us?
I would agree with that.
Oh, yeah. It's you get the full spectrum with us. There are a couple moments when I've listened back to episodes, I'm just kind of listening. I'm like, okay. And then randomly there'll be a moment I'm like, wow, we're hilarious. I'm glad we do this. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of how podcasting is. Like, you're just kind of listening and people are talking and telling stories, and then randomly you're like, ah, or, oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I would understand if people just stopped listening to the podcast and just followed, like, waited for the animated shorts.
Well, I don't know. 'Cause, like,
or clips.
You're like going hard listening to episodes, making these clips, finding like the funny moments, but eventually you're gonna catch up, and then we're just gonna have to produce these funny moments consistently.
Panic.
I don't know. I feel like for me, a lot of times when I get into a podcast, which isn't very frequent, is when like I'm just looking for something to keep my mind busy while I'm also doing something I don't find specifically entertaining. So it's never like, oh, I'm looking for a great source of entertainment. It's like, oh, just a little bit extra entertainment than I am. So even if it is not as great as our clips are, I think the episodes are still worth checking out. So if you're here, continue listening.
All this to say, you should definitely keep listening to our podcast, whether or not it's funny the entire time. Mm-hmm. Saved it.
You should probably just have your computer on all night and just run it.
Yeah, you just
while mine
go to anchor.fm and look up We Bombastic Few and just play our episode over and over. Shout outs to Anchor again. I say again because I'm pretty sure the ad plays at the beginning of every episode.
Yes.
Do you not listen to our episodes, Daniel?
Of course I listen to the episodes. I probably could start listening to the episodes again. It's just like I got so burnt out on hearing our voices when I was doing the editing, like in seasons 1 and 2. It's just like I can't listen to this any more than I already do.
Random superpowers.
Oh, I have segmented.
Smooth transition.
Okay. Yeah,
keep the energy going, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a good call because I forgot my segment was first. All right. Random superpower debate. What we do here is we had randomlist.com generate 6 superpowers for us, and we just read across, and there's 3 different superheroes with 2 superpowers apiece, and we have to argue, and we each take one, and we have to figure out whose superhero is best in everyday life and whose superhero is best in a fight against each other. So, first superhero. Their 2 powers are power mimicry or absorption, which is the ability to copy another's powers or skills, and also the ability of duplication, physical duplication. So you can create physical duplicates of yourself. Think like shadow clones in Naruto or something. Second superhero, biological manipulation, which is the ability to control all aspects of a living creature's biological makeup. Oh, that sounds messed up. Okay, hang on. I haven't actually read these yet. So you can alter their genetics. You can physically distort them, add augmentations. You can heal them, add disease, mess with their biological functions, whatever. So biological manipulation, that's kind of a crazy ability. But their other ability is intangibility or phasing, which means they can quantum tunnel through solid matter without any harm to themselves. So the third superhero has the ability of merging, so they can merge 2 or more beings into a single being, resulting in a completely new and stronger being. I kind of think of this like oh,
go ahead.
I was kind of immediately when I read this, I was thinking of like Super Munchkin. Like if anyone's played the game Munchkin, like if you have a Super Munchkin card, right? So there's like classes and there's races, and normally you can only have one of each, but then there's a card that lets you have 2 races or all the strengths of one race and none of the weaknesses, and then the same with classes. I just kind of thought of it like that, but now that I think about it, it just sounds different because it's basically just combining. Actually, no, it's pretty similar to that. Anyways, third superhero's second ability is density and size shifting, which is the ability to increase or decrease your density or size.
As stated before the episode, I am fully behind the first guy.
Lindsay's rolling with the first guy.
And that is because I can copy any of your powers and know how to what to predict when you're using them, and then also have duplicates of myself that can also use your ability. So how can you one-up me when I can at least equal your power?
Why do you think it says duplication and then in parentheses adds the word physical?
I
I don't know.
I was wondering that myself. Like, what would a non-physical duplication even look like? Oh, I have 2 shadows now. Oh, I've created my
it's an
mind.
Emotional duplication.
I've created my mind, and it now exists in your
Maybe
mind
like,
as well. Now you have two minds. One is mine, and one is yours.
Maybe it's like, instead of oneself, it's like projection. Like, I've got one phone in front of me. If I use my power on it, now I've got 2 phones in front of me.
Okay, so
that's my guess.
Like, you're saying non-physical would be more like a hologram.
Oh, I guess maybe. I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, obviously, first guy feels like power mimicry or absorb. Like, I don't like absorbing powers because
then you could just
just take that one out. Take that one out. I still think I'm gonna win.
Yeah, power mimicry. Okay, I also think duplication should get nerfed a little bit. Like, if you split into 2 parts, each piece.
Am I getting a double nerf here?
Is like 2/3 as powerful.
That's not fair.
Well, and then if you duplicate a 3rd time, is it like, does it continue to become less powerful?
Yeah, it continues to become less powerful the more duplicates you have.
Yeah. Well, my biggest concern with duplication, guy, is as we've discussed before, Daniel didn't. This is very big throwback, but I just listened to the episode. Daniel didn't want a copy of his consciousness working at McDonald's because he needed to compete with the copy.
Oh, is this diabetic robots? I don't know why. That makes me think that's the episode.
Yeah. No, that is one of the ones I listened to. I don't remember which one. Anyway, so I feel like this person also the last time we said we needed to change it up and do one of them a girl. So which one's a girl to be inclusive?
Wait, how is that the solution we came up with? How does that change things?
I don't know. Anyway, so this person, whatever gender they may be, would have issues trying to compete with their copy of themselves.
So you're telling me, sure, mine will be an unidentified, not yet identifying superhero. Or super being, because maybe they identify as
super
a
being.
villain.
Yeah, I like super being.
Yeah.
Brent, did you have a preference on the other 2 superheroes for yourself?
Oh, we're doing the Royale style again?
I mean, that kind of gets us back in one of them, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's what we normally do. Like,
well,
we each kind of have a hero we like and then go for it.
Well, we pick one. So for everyday life and then fight. For everyday life, density and size shifting and merging's not going to be super useful in everyday life, probably.
I definitely take merging person. Oh wait, yeah, I take merging person against the power mimicry guy.
See, like, I know you guys are still trying to figure out yours, but I think day-to-day life, like, duplication, obviously, having any extra set of helping hands is probably going to help. But then
for sure,
the first one, I guess, will only come into play if, like, this super being is or like living in a super world, because obviously if there's no other power, if this super being is the only one around, there's no power to mimic, right? So it would not really come into play unless it's freaking My Hero situation.
Yeah. Honestly, though, I think the most useful out of any of these in everyday life, biological manipulation. I didn't entirely read this one either. I just liked the idea. But yeah, you can cure any disease. You can cause disease. You can alter genetics of anyone.
That is essential. That's essentially fountain of youth stuff.
And augmentations.
You could cure yourself of any ailments. You could probably physically unage your body.
Well, yeah, and you
make
could,
yourself
you meet someone
smarter,
who's like, would you like
stronger.
to be? I can make you into Will Smith. I can make myself into Will Smith. Boom. Gotta go with second guy, right?
But I mean, like, why is that like
girl.
good in day-to-day? I mean, yeah, I guess like
Why
you
is
could,
it good to be Will Smith in everyday life? I can think of a billion reasons.
you could like biologically manipulate yourself to being good at any task.
Mm-hmm.
So that is pretty
And
good
being
day-to-day.
able to phase through things. Daniel and I
traffic
had an argument once.
Traffic just got so much easier.
Do you remember? I always made the claim to you is like I could make it to your house first from school because I would go in a straight line. It would be valid because you could straight line path anywhere, no problem.
Yes.
That's true.
So you're always the most efficient.
So okay, so I was gonna say, when you quantum tunnel, do you like pick your destination and just go through, or do you just decide to become quantum and you start phasing through solid matter? Because you would just start falling through to the center of the earth, right? If you just became completely intangible.
Yeah, there's a guy in One Hero who or My Hero, not One Hero, who has the ability, and he falls into the earth, but then when he becomes quote unquote like wants to become tangible again, he just like basically he floats back up. We'll say you don't fall through the ground because that makes it a lot less good. But I have thought about before, you'd have to be able to decide what, like, not make your entire body intangible, like leave the bottoms of your feet tangible, and then you'd need to like step through a wall
and then
and set one foot down, and
then you fall to the center
make
of the
the
earth,
other
and now you
foot.
don't have feet. Your feet are just
Well,
left on the surface.
I think that's the last of your problems if if you fall to the center of the earth.
So yeah, okay. Let's just say you can pick. You just pick a direction. So you stay on. You stay in the air. Gravity is unaffected to you when you're quantum tunneling.
Yeah, which sort of makes sense.
Well,
Maybe.
I don't know. I can't really say one way or the other. I don't know quantum physics. Let's talk about my guy for a second. Merging. I could temporarily like merge two people, and then all of a sudden
I'm trying to think of, in everyday life, how would that come into play and be helpful?
Oh, this box is so heavy, and neither of us can lift it. You know what? Instead of tag teaming it, let's just merge together into one person, and then it looks way more impressive.
Okay, it does say temporarily. I was gonna say, what if you can't unmerge?
Yeah, it's temporary.
But also, it's a completely new being, and so who
Probably not
like,
be able to be predictable.
mind-wise, you're not even. If it's completely new, does it even have any portion of your mind?
Like the same goals or anything.
What if the new being hates lifting boxes more than anything else? All it wants to do is dig holes.
How
And
are we
then
gonna nerf
when you unmerge,
merging?
you just dug holes.
How can we? How can
I mean,
we
you
nerf
have to
merging?
get-
I'm not
Good
sure it's that
conscience.
powerful to begin with.
You have to like convince other people to merge with you.
No, you don't.
Oh, is it consensual merging? You're not allowed to do
That's the nerf.
unconsensual merging?
That's the nerf. Is consensual merging.
Could you merge yourself with like a bear?
It says beings.
Is a bear a being?
What's the
Yeah.
definition of a being?
That's a
They be
good question.
living in the woods, therefore they are being.
Existence, or the nature or essence of a person.
Yeah, bears.
So
I think that ties in
but
well
if
to
going
the
with the-
hypothetical.
the second one, is like exclusive. Second definition is exclusively to a person. First one is just existence, which means you could merge with a train. and like it's a new and stronger being. Because like trains exist.
I guess I don't know. I feel like the word being implies living.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, so we'll say sure you can merge with animals. All right. So let's go into a fight.
All right. So fight.
Two men or women or other things enter.
So
one
merging guy
being leaves.
You know, you've got a problem against the power mimicry guy, right? Because they can do anything you can do. So what do? You merge with them. And now
that's not a bad. But once again, I think that goes back to whose side are we on anyway? Because now,
so when you're in essence,
presumably both of you want to kill the other guy, though.
When you're in essence the same person, and then what do? You
Okay.
power mimicry yourself, and then when you unmerge, you both have all the abilities of each other, and you've leveled the playing field.
That doesn't mean anything.
So, what if power mimicry guy absorbs merging and he merges with biological manipulation guy, and then merging guy merges with that being, and so now they're all the same person.
And then
But
they
it's temporary,
duplicate, and then
remember?
they fight each other.
And so it's temporary.
Well,
so what I'm thinking is like,
but
say,
when they've separated, they've seen the error of their ways, and they know the ins and outs. Like you can't merge with someone and not be friends with them.
no,
after.
because it's a completely new being. That
creates
doesn't
such
mean
a
we're
strong
conscious
bond.
during it, right?
I don't understand what. Like,
Okay, so it says merging. You don't have to merge yourself with them. So you can merge. Let's say I'm opponents with either of your people. I could merge either hero with like any animal. I'd be like, oh, you see that dolphin over there? You are.
I thought we
now one and
nerfed
the
it with
same them.
consensual merging. You can't do that. We said
the dolphin consents.
No, but the other being doesn't. The opponent doesn't.
Oh, gotcha. No, I would consent to being merged with the dolphin.
But you wouldn't have control at that point. So like, it's a completely new being. So that like, yes, if you have no other war out,
It's
you might as well-
guaranteed to be stronger.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're going to have the
Picture
desire
a dolphin,
to fight.
but stronger.
Maybe you get a depressed guy, and then he just walks away and does like
A
no,
depressed dolphin.
it does no benefit to the
Do we
fight.
need a dolphin hotline?
Yes.
All right, screw merging guy. You haven't even talked about density size, whatever. Anyway, biological manipulation guy, right? Theoretically,
Yeah, let's talk about
Us
density size
presumably-
shifting. I go over your head with an umbrella, and then I raise my density and fall down on you. Bam.
the biological manipulation, presumably, your powers result from some form of a biological idiosyncrasy or something, and so you could just like remove their powers, or just give you cancer. Very fast acting.
That's a little more like, yes, you might beat me in a fight, but you have cancer now. Who really won? No one.
Yeah. Also, you can't hit me if you can't touch me.
Yeah. So when it comes to Daniel,
So, are you
feel
gonna
like-
dodge attacks like Osmosis Jones? Just like make a big O in your body? Like, oh,
I mean-
you missed me.
is there a range on that one? Like a range cap
For what?
for
Range on what?
density size shifting of just
Oh.
No, you could black hole.
okay.
Can't black hole me if I'm intangible.
Then I would make another black hole to negate your black hole.
Make a white hole.
What happens when two black holes collide?
A bigger black hole.
Yes.
And then we beat Brent's superhero.
Yes.
And then
You guys are definitely dead. Well, no, you could use your power of merging to merge the two black holes.
Into a being,
And then-
but it's not a being at first, so it doesn't matter.
I think black holes are sentient.
yeah,
Can you prove that, please?
if I
Yes.
am a person with infinite density, that does that change the fact that I'm a being? if I still have a conscious and I can still control my density.
Yeah, it feels.
¿Qué pasó?
I don't know. The Lindsay, you haven't. I guess basically any argument you make is just mimicking our powers and mimicking our strategy.
Well, yeah, because I feel like at least with Daniel, if he were to be like if worst thing is that if he merges into a bigger being and is trying to merge with me, or if he's just trying to attack me with the higher being that he's created, then all I have to do is either allow the merging to stalemate it for that temporary period, or I could use his power of merging into. So I think it's very, very direct his, but like I think with your guy Brent, it'd be at least just like I don't think it's necessarily like getting ahead of or an edge over you. It's very much just like keeping the playing field at least level. I don't feel like it's helping me much.
Yeah, but like anything I could do to you with biological manipulation, you could theoretically take. Power mimicry is kind of overpowered because that kind of takes away from.
Hey, I already got the double nerf. I can't absorb your powers, so be happy.
You know what's cool about density and size shifting thing is as long as you are conscious, you have basically negated fall damage.
Yeah.
I just like that idea.
You could go in either direction and be okay. Because you could just become so dense that it doesn't even matter if you hit the ground.
Yeah.
Or you could become so light that.
How would your nerves react to that?
Well,
like
okay,
if you became so dense, like if you impact the ground and you're like, I don't know, 1,000 kilograms per, cubic millimeter. Then like
I don't know.
And that hits your skin with that impact, your nervous system is not going to be happy.
Probably not, but okay, here's what I want to talk about, right? So if I currently drop you 100 feet and you hit the ground, you're gonna die. But so let's say you've like changed your density to be like much less dense, right? Theoretically, so let's say you're half as dense, or no, well no, because I don't know how gravity works. Never mind.
Well, if you you could become so
so let's say
diluted. What's the opposite of dense? Diluted. If you have such low density,
sparse.
like if you made yourself lighter than air, you would just float up if someone dropped you.
I don't even know but could you stay in one form at that point? Like could I not just like put a fan on you and just blow all your particles of your person away?
I suppose so.
Or could I put you in a jar?
In a jar. And then I'll merge
strategy.
myself with you. Then what?
Well, now we're really powerful in a jar. Okay. Final thoughts, anyone?
I feel like Burgie guy isn't very good.
Okay, I might be willing to admit that merging guy.
I think with that in mind, though, still I think our guys, these are a lot better for day to day than beings are better at like day to day stuff than it would be in battle. Aside from like absolutely obliterating.
Biological manipulation is kind of crazy in battle. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Because you can affect your opponent and yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And then you phase through them in the quantum realm, and then bam, you've just exposed them to all sorts of weird radiation.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Well. No, but okay.
Whatever. You could literally change their physical form, and then power mimicry person just like you'd have to. Oh, it's another powers or skills. So like even if someone is a better fighter than you, you just copy them, and then all of a sudden, you're as good, at least as good as them. I feel like power mimicry is like pretty broken.
They're all broken. Without any nerfs on them, each of them could, at minimum, stalemate the others indefinitely.
Yeah.
And they become a triumvirate. Then it's all over.
And they take over the Roman Empire.
And
That's when they truly shine.
that's how Blockbuster comes back.
You're one segment ahead. we got a bombastic quote we gotta go through first.
The bombastic quote for this episode is, "When the sun is directly above one of the poles is when everyone should reset their clocks to the same time."
Was that Sun Tzu who said that?
Nope.
Yep.
Sure. Maybe.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Probably. Potentially.
Could have been Michael Myers.
Or Michael Scott.
Michael Scarn. All right. Now, I definitely have something thought up. But, so, with this super being having, these super beings, right? 1/2 of them have the ability to merge. They merge so much with all the animals that they do share the consciousness, and that everyone becomes. This one's very lame. Oh my gosh. That
No, you're doing
pretty
great.
much. Pretty much, we merge with all the animals, like we talked about briefly, and then when that temporary period goes away, animals still have a higher brain capacity, ability to learn, the ability to communicate, and so more or less Barnyard is the thing. I've never seen Barnyard, but I know there's talking animals, and I know there's a lot of other examples of talking animals, but Barnyard is a thing.
Well, okay, just a quick side before we go into this. Did we merge with literally every single animal on Earth? And also, let's say we did, what would that being look like?
Yeah, so have you seen Ben 10?
Yeah.
Alien X. That's what it looks like.
Ah.
Did you just ask Brent if he's seen Ben 10? Brent's the biggest Ben 10 fan on this planet.
Daniel, you have something to say against Ben 10 fans?
I don't. I'm just surprised you didn't know if Brent had seen Ben 10.
I'm sure he had. I just want to make sure.
I thought I was into Ben 10 before I knew.
Yeah, I did not know you were into Ben 10 phase.
I'm saying like Daniel.
No, you definitely were really into Ben 10 over some period when I knew you. Or I don't know, maybe you weren't into it, but somehow it came up and you knew a lot about Ben 10, and I was like, dang, this guy's the biggest Ben 10 fan on Earth.
Ben 10's pretty cool. Don't get me wrong.
No,
I
I'm
met you
not.
in
No,
third
no,
grade.
I'm not ripping
And
on
so
Ben 10
yeah,
at all.
the Ben 10 I'm literally looking in my room at the various Ben 10 things I have hung up still.
Yes.
Remnants.
It's a cool show.
Ben 10 was sick.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I don't remember a lot about it. I used to play this Ben 10 game in browser that was really fun. I don't remember what it's called.
I know they've I think there might even be a current show for it, but I have not tried it.
It's, I want to say Alien Force.
Alien Force was
I don't know.
the second show, but
No.
when we were kids, they had 3 shows out. They had Ben 10,
Ultimate.
Ben 10 Alien Force,
Okay, Alien Force.
and then Ben 10
Yeah,
Ultimate
yeah, yeah.
Alien. And then they came out these really extra kiddie ones.
Omniverse.
Yeah.
That's what it is right now. Or I don't actually no, I'm pretty sure that ended too.
I remember
and then
the
they
names of the
rebooted it,
shows.
but he's young again.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
I would be willing to watch those. I just won't be willing to pay for them.
So there's a Ben 10 series, according to IMDb, that has been running
which
since
is when he was
2016
young.
and is currently running.
yeah.
And it has a rating of 2.8 out of 10.
Oof.
The one that ran from 2005 to 2008, it has a 7.3 out of 10.
That's probably just Ben 10, right?
Is that Omniverse?
That's
No.
just Ben 10.
Oh, that's just
You said like
Ben 10,
When did Alien Force come out?
like 2012, I want to guess 2010.
Let's see, Alien Force.
Okay, hypothetical.
Yeah, I was
We
gonna
can
say,
talk Ben 10 later. We can have a whole segment about Ben 10, or even a whole hypothetical about it, honestly. But, yeah. So
Okay,
pretty much.
So
go ahead.
Kind of similar. Kind of makes me think of almost actually a year ago. Funny enough, with Turkey, and Turkey. All those turkey, all the like. First off, the
2
turkey,
years ago.
like everything that. Oh yeah, 2 years ago. Whatever. Everything that happened in the turkey hypothetical also happens now, but now like not only Turkey is a country of turkeys trying to be recognized. Now there are other.
I didn't think about that. It's funny how it's like this near the same holiday, the same.
It is the same holiday, Thanksgiving.
Well, I'm saying
What
like
are you talking
recording
about?
wise,
This is
it's
the
near
Black
the same
Friday
holiday.
episode.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So my initial thoughts that actually shout out to Alex again because he gave me the idea. So a shout out to one of our new listeners. But he was thinking that animals would be able to have jobs. So I guess that will be our starting point. Like from difference from here, what we have now to this hypothetical world, animals can have the potential to have jobs.
Yeah, so my thing, so like you said, higher brain capacity. That doesn't mean they just instantly know how to do things.
They have the potential
you
to
can
learn.
Teach.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. So, so now if you're an employer, you can grab a couple dogs off the street and then teach them to do engineering or whatever random job you have, and bada bing, bada boom, Bob's your uncle. You've got a workforce that well, I think the first thing we're going to need is an animal rights legislation.
That isn't
of some kind.
Yeah.
Do we well, no, but like I don't think there's anything about having to pay employed animals currently.
See, like I'm not necessarily
labor laws
saying
for
that like
animals.
so like say they became more aware and more have higher brain capacity. That doesn't mean their bodies aren't accepting of like the conditions they're already in. So like say a horse on a farm, like they're getting fed, they're getting their poop scooped up for them, like all this stuff, like they're still being taken care of. This doesn't, just because they have a higher brain capacity doesn't mean that they will for sure not be okay with their current state of living.
But if I'm the farmer now, I'm like, you can do your own crap.
I was gonna say, if there's a horse smart enough to like, I don't know, operate a roller coaster, it could pick up its own droppings.
Well, yeah, but you could be like, yo, like I know your body's not really made for picking up things because you don't have thumbs, but hey, as long as you point your butt in this one direction, it's going to make my job a lot easier. Can you do that for me?
You just toilet train every animal.
Yeah.
So,
Also, are we going to assume every animal is okay with like their current living situations and like
no, I didn't
dogs aren't
say
going to be renting apartments?
I didn't say that.
We could talk about housing crisis.
Yeah, I did not say that animals are okay. I'm saying they have the potential to still be okay with what they're at, with what they have.
Dude, you know what would
My
happen
biggest concern
potentially? Because there are going to be animals that naturally want to be performers, and that means we can now have like ethically sourced SeaWorld and circuses again.
Yeah.
Like the circus is coming back, but it's entirely ran by animals, and so they're not mistreating each other.
No, my thing, like there are 10 cajillion, that's totally a number, ants on Earth, right? Ants are 100% the dominant species now, because I don't think it would take very long for them to develop some sort. If there are so many, you got to develop language, right? And so then as soon as a single ant develops ant language, we're dead. Like we don't stand a chance.
They have the ability to communicate, though. It's just like obviously not
through like pheromones. It's not a sophisticated language by.
But obviously, they're able to get on and procreate and grow with
through pheromones.
Exactly. So like they're able to.
What do you mean? Yeah, exactly. Get out of here.
No, that it could be far more sophisticated than how we communicate.
Like okay, they might be smart, but genuinely like they're able to do more than just survive by their current state of living. So it doesn't necessarily mean they want to take over the world. That I'm not doesn't
Yeah, but
say
they
that
can't.
could.
They can't relay the taste of like a dropped hamburger. Like they don't have the language set up to, and that's what you need to take over the world. Is you need to be able to relay messages as complicated as the taste of a hamburger or something.
Okay.
Okay,
And so
but
they-
like,
like,
if animals are like smart now, are we still eating meat?
That was another point I was going to have. Like, are we going to, like, is that just,
Certainly doesn't seem like we should,
yeah.
unless we want to have an uprising on our hands.
Yeah, like we already have like the turkey, like planning their underground stuff. You know, last thing we need is like an animal farm situation.
Mm-hmm. Pigs are terrifying. Now.
Dude, like
Yeah.
like warthogs. You know, the like real big husky ones with the massive tusks.
I think we'd need to make an alliance with what
Hippos.
animal do you think we should
Hippos.
ally with? I don't know. I think hippos they're going to be a hard ally to make. I think we'd either go gorillas or dogs.
The hippos ally with North Korea.
No, I think dogs would be an easy. I'm just saying the human race.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
But
that'd be easy.
I think dogs would be a good one to ally with. But honestly, I'd be I think a lot of species would want to see humans fall.
Very potential, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, once they're smart, they're like,
Who do you think?
Why does this
who
human
do you think
it's
rules
better
the
than
ocean
us?
now?
I
I bet.
mean,
I feel like if every animal is equally intelligent, it's just got to be the animal with the most numbers, right?
Giant? Hold on. Isn't there like... There's like evidence of like two sea animals fighting, but like we've never observed it. We just know passively because like carcasses have come up where it's like, it seems like this creature... Like it's something like giant squids and whales, or giant squids and great whites.
I feel like whales
When
do
you said
really
that
have,
initially,
like,
that
a potential to be ruling the ocean.
I don't know. I think sharks are in the same position humans are in now. Is when there are too many fish that don't like sharks, and so they'd all team up on sharks. I think any meat or any carnivorous animal is in big danger because the just by nature of there being a predator, the prey has to be outnumber the predator. And so that duality means that any predator is going to want to be offed by the prey.
What changes between like current animal dynamics now that they're smart? Like fish already have like, especially ones that travel in schools, already have like methods of like diverting sharks, and like I think the biggest nerf in like the ocean is those fish that all swim together in like a giant cyclone to make themselves look bigger to scare away predators. Like now the predators are smart enough to know like, oh, this is just like a bunch of fish.
Well, so maybe they're smart enough, but are their like eyes good enough to determine that?
Yeah, I don't know. Anyone know more about aquatic life? This is why we need more segment C.
No. Maybe next season we'll do segment C again.
Okay, this may be a little premature, but since most animals don't have thumbs, and obviously with a higher brain capacity, they might grow the desire to be entertained, and with
Well, you know, you don't
wait,
get
no,
good
whoa,
Wi-Fi
whoa,
signal at the
whoa,
bottom
whoa,
of the
whoa,
ocean.
whoa, 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 easy
Well,
now.
let me you finish.
So
He
let me
said
think about
he
it.
gets
DVDs really hard to they're more fragile. Like if you have to pick it up with your mouth like an animal would, it would end up probably shattering and hurting them. So what do you need? VHS, right? Something that automatically
Blockbuster did DVDs.
No way. No way. No, I know, but what I'm saying is VHS. All right, VHS is was Blockbuster's main thing. That there was like typically what they had
In like the 80s.
even when we were kids. Either way,
That
either
whole
way.
sequence where Brett was like, they have DVDs, you go, no way, just sounded like a really bad ad from like 2005. Like, Blockbuster has DVDs now. No way. Really? This is awesome.
All right, if mine wasn't good, Daniel, what was yours?
I mean, it was basically like I like where you took it. I was just gonna like open it with like, how are they gonna get internet signal on the bottom of the ocean?
Well, no, honestly, the better thing is we don't have the bandwidth to support every dog, cat, and bear on Earth going on the internet.
Exactly.
We've already
So-
used that one, Brent, in a previous episode, so just cut it.
Yeah, I also feel like, at
Yes.
least me personally, I've been leaning on like, oh, how are we gonna get Wi-Fi access to this? Like, one of them was just like, oh, he goes to a military school and they don't have internet. So yeah, no, I like yours, Lindsay. Yours is good.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I think predators are going the way of the dodo, or they're gonna have to learn to eat other things and make friends. And I think humanity's basically done for.
Dude, there's gonna be sharks down there who are like fish rights activists, and they're just like sitting in like a lounge chair. They've got like librarian glasses on. They're like, I eat kelp, and that's it. I don't know why that's the image appeared in my head. Picture like the old fish, not the chocolate one from SpongeBob, but like the other one in that house. And that's kind of what I was picturing, but as a shark.
Okay.
I've never seen SpongeBob, and I guess Lindsay probably has.
I've seen some, not extensive amount.
It's pretty good.
We try and make SpongeBob references, or I say we. Someone in here tries to make SpongeBob references that the odds of us getting are.
I forget you guys like didn't watch it. This is like a major cultural thing. You know?
Oh, yes, because Brent and I are very pop culture people.
I mean,
Oh, don't worry,
I don't
I'm
know.
in the.
Dude, you know how mad people got at me when I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna go see Endgame. I'm just not interested in it." But people were like, "But it's the conclusion to it's a major pop culture." I was like, I really don't care. I did end up seeing it because like one day I was like hanging out with my dad and we didn't have anything to do. I was like, "Want to go see Endgame?" Yeah, we had nothing
Yeah.
better to do. But
I think if you've seen all the ones leading up to it, that's ridiculous. But like, if you hadn't watched any of them,
I mean,
then
I had seen
sure, yeah,
most
don't
of
watch
them,
it.
and I didn't care. I was like, I'm not interested in watching 3 hours of like Marvel, like one Marvel movie. And you know what?
Did you watch Infinity War?
Yeah,
Infinity War
Yeah,
is
then,
actually pretty
that
good.
doesn't make sense to me, because like I would just want to know what happened, right?
I didn't care. I was like, I'm sure they did a nice job wrapping it up, but I mean, it was like, it was good. They did a good job like closing their loose ends. I just thought it was like, I think it could have been a much shorter.
Yeah. So, do we have any final thoughts on our hypothetical before we get too sidetracked?
I already gave mine earlier.
Okay.
Yeah. And that brings us to our ad break. So a quick word from our sponsors. Today's sponsor is Sticky Chapstick. Now, has it ever happened to you where, you know, you have your lips are a little chapped and, you know, you use your chapstick, but then like it's not working great, so you have to keep reapplying the chapstick 'cause your lips keep like drying out and like doing the things chapped lips do, which are really annoying. But now, thanks to Sticky Chapstick, you apply it once and it keeps your mouth shut so that your lips are not chapped and they can't get exposed to the air that re-chaps them. And the greatest part about this, because as we've all tried before, we all know that exposing your lips to air chaps them, and the natural solution is to use super glue instead of chapstick. But that doesn't work, 'cause that just tears your lips apart. Sticky chapstick organically dissolves to your saliva over a short period of time, and then when you're ready, you can easily unapply the sticky and open your mouth again.
Yeah, it's great because when I used it, comfortable 8 years dissolved through by my saliva. Once I got chapped, dissolved nicely through my saliva after 8 years, and my lips were perfect.
I hate using normal chapstick just because it's it wipes off almost immediately, right? You can't eat anything, you can't do anything. But with chicky,
because of all the things
chapstick,
you rub your lips on throughout the day.
Yeah, just like this microphone. And the sticky chaps. In fact, I'm gonna use some right now just because my lips are starting to feel chapped.
Yeah, I just used mine 8 years ago. I just wrapped it up, so I'm gonna not use them like Brent just did. But if I didn't just use them, I would also apply it.
Mm-hmm.
And
It seems like Daniel has also used it because he's not wrapping up his ad break. Thank you, Sticky Chapstick.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's peak comedy right there. Anyway, we got a Black Friday quiz for you. And specifically, we're going to test the other two hosts here, what they know about Black Friday. First question, it's a real head scratcher on this. Black Friday begins the day after which holiday? Memorial Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, or Halloween?
Wait,
I really thought it was
4th of July
St.
isn't an
Patrick's
option?
Day, but I like how we both went the same route.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with C, Thanksgiving.
I'm rolling with Thanksgiving here.
Ding, ding, ding. I thought that was gonna trip you up, but okay.
Do these
Real
increase
questions now.
in difficulty?
Maybe. All right. The term Black Friday originated in what U.S. city? Miami, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, or New York?
I have my guess, but I revealed my guess before Daniel did last time, so I'm gonna let him have it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Tell you what.
New York kind of seems like a more shopping city, but
I'll give you a phone a friend or like a whatever the thing is that like the 50-50
Lifeline.
The hint. Yep. Lindsay and I have been to this city
together.
Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't help me at all. But
all right, Lindsay, what are the two cities?
It seems like L.A. is one of them.
Oh, it's not. Philadelphia and New York. It's between those two.
Okay. That makes sense because they're kind of in the same region.
The correct answer is New York.
Daniel?
That is also my guess.
I thought he said Los Angeles.
Both wrong. Philadelphia were the first to link Black Friday to the post-Thanksgiving period in the 1950s.
Interesting.
All right. Which retailer is the most dangerous place to shop on Black Friday? Dollar General, Walmart, Costco, or Target?
I'm gonna have to go with B, Walmart.
Daniel?
Yeah.
My second guess would have been a Best Buy or something like that.
I'll guess Walmart.
Walmart's ubiquitous for having fights even outside of
Yeah,
Black
I was gonna
Friday.
say,
I don't know
like-
how it couldn't be Walmart. 57.1% of Black Friday incidents occur at Walmart. But so like Target, like decent alternative, right? Costco, questionable, but like maybe. Dollar General, who the heck is starting a fight in Dollar General? Dollar General is terrible. Who even goes to Dollar General?
Not me, apparently.
I mean, I go to Dollar General like sometimes, like in general. I wouldn't go for Black Friday.
In general, you go to Dollar General?
In general, I go to the Dollar General.
What was the first department store to advertise a post-Thanksgiving sale? Macy's, Kohl's, Sears, or J.C. Penney?
I'm between
Clothing
Macy's
retail?
and Sears.
Okay, pick yours and I'll pick mine.
I mean,
you should be able to use some background knowledge or just.
I think because the Macy's Day Parade, it's called the Macy's Day Parade. I'm gonna go with Macy's.
I believe it is Macy's, and my second guess would have been JCPenney.
It is indeed Macy's. 1924. They were the first to advertise their post-Thanksgiving shopping during their Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York. And we'll do, what percentage of Black Friday shoppers later regret their purchases? 68%, 34%, 52%, or 16%?
I'll go with 68%.
I am feeling the same thing.
Are like
68.
They're like, oh, this is a great deal, and then they go home and they're like, wait, I'm not gonna use this.
Both 68. Unfortunately, it is 52. By the way, you guys are competing, so
my guess is 52.
52%.
Oh, thanks.
Oh wow.
All right,
good guess,
sick.
Lindsay.
I've definitely done. I've done that the past 2 years. I've done that at least on one item I can think of in the past 2 years where I bought it, and then literally the second I got home, I was like, dang, this is entirely unneeded, and I don't want it whatsoever. Anyway, how many countries besides the U.S. have some form of Black Friday? 2, 10, 20, or 15?
I'm going to guess 2. 2.
Like, how many have their own version of Black Friday?
Some form of Black Friday is the way it's worded.
Let's go with 10.
It is 20. Which is surprising. I'm trying to, like, it doesn't say which ones, but I'd be curious to know which ones have their own Black Friday. But, and then we'll do 2 more. How much does the average Black Friday shopper spend? $130, $1,040, $260, or $520?
C, 260 something, whatever it was.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably not the lowest one, but I'm gonna go with the second lowest, 260.
Man, all right, it's $520. And that was according to a poll of 2,000 Americans, which that number feels kind of high.
That's more than I would want to spend on Black Friday, unless there was like a
maybe like one Black Friday
deal.
You're getting like a very big TV or something, sure.
Yeah.
But every Black Friday, that's quite a bit. Anyway, all right, this one's for all the marbles because you guys have answered basically the same thing every time. What year did Black Friday become the busiest shopping day of the year? 1985, 2005, 1995, or 1975?
I guess 85.
I want to say that, but for the game purpose, I'll say 95.
2005. Man,
we're
all
bad
right.
at this.
Well, now we're gonna do. Which U.S. state spends the most money per shopper on Black Friday? New York, Texas, Illinois, or Wisconsin?
I feel like New York is too obvious, but I want to go with it, but I will go with Texas.
I was going to go Illinois or Texas. Yeah, I have to go Texas. I have to follow my gut.
Okay, it was Wisconsin.
What?
We're gonna go until one of you
What?
gets one right.
Absolutely.
Who are the biggest spenders on Black Friday? Baby boomers, Generation X, millennials, or Gen Z? What's Gen X?
Yeah, that's the one between boomers and millennials.
X. Generation X.
Lindsay, why do you keep picking the one I want to pick?
No, I picked it first so that you can't pick it.
You know what? Just for the sake of having a different answer, I'll just go boomers.
It's millennials.
Yes, Daniel, keep it up.
All right, you guys better get one soon, or else my Borboricum's gonna get too powerful because I'm getting hungry. What year did retailers first open at midnight for Black Friday? 1989, 2005, 2011, or 1962?
2005.
I'm saying 2005 because I was
No,
supposed to
you
be
gotta
here
say
for
something
the
different.
Beta shopping day.
You have to say that different day or
I
year.
have to say
Sorry.
something different. Okay.
Different.
Yep.
So you have to say a different day.
2011.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. Congratulations, Daniel. You have won
Boo.
the trophy.
Boo.
for
The crowd
Black
boos.
Friday trivia.
Boo.
Sucks to be
Boo.
you, Lindsay. Feels
Boo.
good to
There's
be
so
on
many
top.
people booing you, Daniel. Boo.
You guys got basically every single one of those wrong.
I blame Lindsay for that.
You guys know nothing about Black
How many of them
Friday.
did you know, Brent?
Yeah, when you took the quiz,
Well, okay, the thing, so it's like, it's individual. I at least got more than you guys.
Uh-huh.
I'd say I had like a 50%.
I believe you.
And you guys technically had, like, you had a 50% chance of getting any of them right because you guys had to choose different answers. Man. All right. Daniel, take us home before we find out how much more you know. I don't know.
yeah,
Just take us home.
if that had gone on much longer, I was gonna interrupt you just to save you. So, thank you for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, whatever. Check out the TikTok where we're posting clips. Thank you to Brett for making the clips and to Kristen for posting them and handling our social media stuff because she's a lot better at that stuff than we are. If you don't directly know any of us, me, Brent, or Lindsay, please leave a comment and tell us how you found us. Just, we're curious. See, like, what's working for us. Maybe try and figure out how we can grow more. Any final thoughts, either of you? Lindsay?
Happy Thanksgiving and happy shopping Black Friday.
Shout out to Mom. Will Smith comes to the podcast. And the easiest way would possibly be like comment on YouTube, but you can also comment on Instagram.
Yeah, comment on any social media post you find for us, YouTube included.
And you'll even get a shout out because that's how few people.
Yeah,
ever
that's how low we are. We can't make that promise forever. So while it's
yeah, exactly.
I
While
don't think
it's still
anyone
here.
has
Don't you wanna
ever
get on the ground
responded
floor?
to our maybe we should ask for this not in the conclusion. People might just like stop listening at the conclusion.
That's a good point. I've never really thought about.
Do we
that.
have a stat for like viewer retention, like when they're leaving? Oh, I think YouTube does that. So
Yeah.
we can see for our YouTube listeners.
YouTube does that, and I think we can find that for podcast listens as well.
You know what we should do? We should splice this audio clip into like earlier in the episode.
I don't know. I don't like that. I feel like these. Yeah, it is. Maybe we should put. I mean, we kind of have it in the intro.
Yeah, we because we
maybe,
talked
not really.
about TikTok in the intro, so maybe.
Yeah. Or maybe we tell people in the intro starting out to like check out the conclusion because we give
Okay,
you
these sound like-
information about the future.
like behind the scenes stuff, and I'm sure our listeners don't want to listen to it because we're here for entertainment and not for boring people.
Yeah, make this one of the TikTok clips. Just the conclusion of this episode.
Oh,
Daniel, we
yeah,
have
that'd be hilarious.
45 seconds to wrap it up at an hour and 10 minutes.
Okay. Sure, that's fine. Cut pauses. That's my final thought. Solid day. Happy Thanksgiving, Black Friday, like Lindsay said.
Happy Thanksgiving and Black Friday.
Shout out to Brisbane.
Don't get trampled in a
Eat-
Walmart.
Eat turkey. Don't let turkey eat you.
Yes, dude. My roommate made some fire turkey. We did a little Friendsgiving thing over the weekend, and like, whoo, it was really good. That's some of the best turkey I've ever had. But, anyways, have a bombastic week, everyone.